He's a little bit country. He's a little bit rock and roll. He's a little bit polka, death metal, abstract jazz, and German industrial techno. He's Scott Leffler. He's not allowed near the stereo at parties.
All right, and welcome to a very special edition of Here's the Thing. I'm your host, Scott Leffler. My co-host, Drew McGrath, sitting right next to me today. So today we're doing a different show for a variety of reasons, but mostly because I just don't have much time this week. But Drew and I did have time to watch Happy Gilmore 2. So today we're going to talk about that. We might, obviously throw some other things in the mix, but mainly we're here to talk about the movie. We just finished watching it, and I'll say what I said to start the movie. About 10 minutes in, I looked at Drew and I said, "It's not horrible." It was fun. It wasn't the best movie I've ever seen, but this trend of like doing sequels 20 years later, some of them have been pretty bad, and I would not categorize this as pretty bad. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was weird. It was different, but it was all right.
I really liked like the first half or three quarters of it. Once they started. All right, so I don't want to have too many spoilers in this, but there are probably going to be some spoilers, so maybe watch the movie first before you listen to this. I don't know, whatever. But so the gist of the movie is, it's 20 years later, and Happy has...
No, I think it's like 30 years later.
All right, so yeah, all right. Yeah, you're right. 90s to now, yeah. I don't know concept of time. So it's 30 years later. Happy Gilmore has to make $300,000 so that he can send his daughter to dance school or ballet school in Paris. And, of course, the easiest way to do that is through golf. Now, Happy doesn't have any money. I'm kind of glad that they did, fill in some of what could have been plot holes, because Happy should have had a ton of money, but he lost it all because he beat somebody up. So he's got to make $300,000 fast. So best way for him to do that, play golf. I liked him, relearning how to play golf. I liked the tournament. That was fun. I didn't care for the whole... I didn't like the villain aspect. I wish, so the villain in the movie is this guy that created a new golf league, and it's bigger and better and more fun and faster, and
Well, it's supposed to mimic live golf. That's the other league that's other than the actual PGA Tour.
It's just golf,
right? It's supposed to be that, but yeah.
But I mean, it's got putt elements, and it's. I wish that it had been more, standard golf. But again, all that said, didn't hate it.
The ending wasn't that great.
It was okay.
Yeah, the ending kind of was kind of like a letdown. Yeah, it was okay, but it could have been better.
So in the very beginning of the movie, Happy is an alcoholic, and it's kind of funny because he's got what looked like Canadian whiskey stored in every known device you could, like his phone was a flask, and he's working at a grocery store, and he's got a cucumber flask, and his clock is everything is a flask, everything's got liquor in it.
Yeah,
that was kind of funny to see some of those things that oh look, suddenly it's a flask.
Right.
So that was kind of fun. But then midway through the movie, he had to stop drinking alcohol. Which, all right, whatever. Dude's 50-something now. He probably should, slow it down a little bit. But I'm 50-something now, and I should probably slow it down a little bit too. But that's another issue. That's another topic for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Happy's got 5 kids, 4 boys and a girl, and the 4 boys just basically spend their lives beating each other up, which is kind of fun. A lot of visual gags that you would expect from an Adam Sandler movie. Which to me don't always play. There's one scene where they show each of his 4 sons at their respective jobs, and they're all taking something from their work and pretending it's a big penis.
No, it's supposed to be riding the horse.
I don't think that was supposed to be riding the horse.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I think it was.
Not the way they were waving it around.
Well, no, not that part. But like,
yeah. But I mean, so sometimes, Adam Sandler movies can really be hit or miss. We've talked before. What's the one where he does the really annoying voice?
Little Nicky?
No, the other one. Madison.
Billy Madison?
Billy Madison. I can't stand, I get 10 minutes into Billy Madison and I got to turn it off.
I like Billy Madison.
I can't stand Billy Madison. I don't like when he does the voices. They're no fun. But overall, Sandler's pretty good. He's got this Netflix deal. This movie was exclusively on Netflix. Drew and I are watching it at my office, and in order to log into Netflix, I had to call my wife and be like, "Hey, can I get a temporary password?" Because Netflix is always like, "You don't live here." And I was like, "But I work here. I would like to watch my Netflix, please." So that was kind of annoying. But I don't know. Star-studded event.
Honestly, there was more people in it than was, advertised to be in it.
Right.
So, a couple of people I didn't expect to be in it.
Right.
And it was Eminem.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the main one I was thinking. So, late in the movie, so if you watch the first Happy Gilmore...
The heckler
that keeps calling him a jackass. Well, apparently, his son is in this movie, played by none other than Eminem.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it was Eminem at first. Drew picked it out real quick. But, yeah, that was kind of fun.
Yeah, and then Post Malone doing the commentary.
Post Malone doing the commentary was amazing. Little Bunny, actually...
Bad Bunny,
I'm sorry. Who am I thinking of? Little Boat, maybe. Anyway, no, Bad Bunny was the caddy, and I thought he was great.
Yeah. Now, okay. I know that we're in Bill's country, but all I'm going to say is the scenes with Travis Kelce were hilarious.
Here's the thing, man. I can't dislike the Kelce's. They both seem like really cool guys.
Yeah. But those scenes were hilarious.
They were.
Holy cow.
I'm trying to think of what other... There were so many cameos. I'm trying to think of who all they were.
And then there was the shout-out to his son from... What is... I can't think of the movie right now. But Cameron Boyce.
Right. Was on a TV.
Yeah.
Just a very little brief thing.
Yeah.
But there was there a couple pro wrestlers in there?
Yes, MJF from AEW and Becky Lynch from WWE were in there. Yeah. Haley Joel Osment.
You know what? So it took me a while to figure out that that's who. I was like, he looks super familiar. Who the hell is that? And then I realized who it was. He was great.
Yeah.
He was a jerk, but I mean, you weren't supposed to like him. I thought he did a really, really good job. Let's see. Let's check IMDb to see who else was in there. Because I'm betting we missed something.
Yeah, Lavelle Crawford. He is Chubbs' son.
Right. So, of course, Christopher McDonald was in it again as Shooter McGavin. You ran into him at the casino, 6 months ago?
Something like that, yeah.
And he had, you said, I forget, didn't you say at the time that, he made a statement that, there was going to be a Happy Gilmore 2 before it came out publicly?
No. He didn't really talk or anything like that. He was just there.
All right.
But yeah. But he did do it in a press conference or something like that. Yeah, so.
Actually, aside from Happy Gilmore, my favorite character was Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler played himself. Several different golfers played themselves. Scotty Scheffler, John Daly.
Yeah. So the
Rory
McIlroy. Yeah. So now the one that plays Charlotte. That's the one from the that he's with in rehab.
All right. So Scotty Scheffler played himself. I like people who are able to poke fun at themselves when they have gone through, we'll say, hard times, what was it, like 2 years ago that he got arrested for driving through he didn't drive through the tournament, but like he drove through the checkpoint tournament.
Yeah, and he got pulled over by the cops.
Yeah, and he made fun of himself for, well, I'm sure Sandler wrote the part, but Scheffler went along with it.
Yeah.
So
that was funny, though. It was funny.
Had some decent comedic chops that I did not expect. I kind of thought the Lavelle Crawford role was kind of unnecessary. I get the wanting to play homage to Carl Weathers, wanting to play homage to Chubbs.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I didn't get anything out of that personally.
The arm thing, that was just weird.
Yeah, that was just unnecessary.
Yeah.
And to me, so that's one of those times where Sandler feels the need to go over the top when it's just.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I hate the saying, less is not more, but sometimes less is better. You know. But yeah, I don't know.
And his mom is in the movie.
Really?
Yes. So, you remember the guy who said that his dad died because he rolled over?
Yes.
And he was talking to the old woman.
Right.
That old woman that's actually Adam Sandler's mom.
I did not realize that.
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi revises his character. He was fun.
Yeah.
Kevin Nealon. Now, Kevin Nealon was in the first one as well, right?
I don't think Buscemi was.
Wasn't he?
I don't think he was.
I feel like he was.
Kevin Nealon was, though.
And Kevin Nealon, great as always.
Yeah. Now,
Kevin Nealon basically always plays the same guy.
Now,
it just works.
Honestly, though, of all the characters that were like villainous characters, to me, the best one, the funniest one, Ben Stiller.
Oh, Ben Stiller. Yes, that was a very and Ben Stiller's. You know, he was one of the bad guys in the first Happy Gilmore. To me, this role seemed very similar to his role in Dodgeball.
It was a kind of, so it was kind of a collaboration of Dodgeball and Happy Gilmore.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the first Happy Gilmore, he was a nurse or nurse's aide or whatever at the old folks' home where Happy's grandma was. In this one, he's leading a alcohol
AA group. An AA group. Yeah.
But he is once again the bad guy. But yeah, I got Dodgeball vibes from that. Dodgeball, by the way, one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, Dodgeball's good. Yeah.
Looking to see who else. Vern Lundquist played himself.
Yeah.
Post Malone as DJ Omar Gosh. He was hilarious. Fred Couples was in it.
All the golfers.
Ricky Fowler, and a lot of the golfers I just didn't recognize. But, you know, Jack Nicklaus.
Yeah, I knew about like 90% of them.
I recognized Lee Trevino, of course.
Yeah.
I liked, there was a restaurant scene where, was it Trevino ordered a iced tea and lemonade?
No, that was
it Nicholas?
Jack Nicklaus, yeah.
Nicholas ordered an iced tea.
Arnold Palmer.
An iced tea and lemonade, and the waiter goes, "Oh, an Arnold Palmer." And he goes, "No, Jack Nicklaus," but I get that a lot.
Yeah, and that was Travis. That was Travis that played the waiter.
Yeah. Nick Swardson, who did we see Nick Swardson at the casino, or did I go with somebody else to see that?
You went with somebody else.
Yeah, he's coming back to the casino again. John Lovitz, he was fun. I always liked John Lovitz. Dan Patrick's character was great.
Yes.
And he basically played Dan Patrick, but with like a weird mustache.
The pre-show of the movie is funny.
Stephen A. Smith. I'm not a fan of Stephen A. Smith.
No.
But he played himself here.
All right.
He was still an ass.
Nikki Garcia, Medusa. She's actually a wrestler as well.
Right?
Yeah. Nikki Bella.
Reggie Bush. I didn't.
Yeah.
Not something I was expecting.
No, I didn't expect him either.
And he did pretty well. He's got some acting ability.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, so Oliver Hudson.
Right. So Oliver Hudson is Kate Hudson's brother, which makes him Goldie Hawn's son.
Yes. Yeah.
Anything about the movie you really didn't like?
Okay, so to me, I get it, but yeah, so that's where it says Judith Sandler.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Drago's
mom, yeah.
Yeah. But the whole Ken Jennings thing in the
that was good.
church.
There was a
the Jeopardy the Jeopardy thing that was good. That was funny. But the whole thing with Julie Bowen's character, it was weird.
No, which one is that?
Virginia.
Oh, okay.
The wife.
The only thing I can figure is
it's either she didn't get paid enough, or
I feel like she didn't want to be in the movie, and they're like, will you work for us for like a day? Because like she could have been in the movie. I don't feel like she needed to be written out the way she was.
Right. It was just
She had a few scenes. Honestly, she probably did maybe an hour's worth of work. You know.
It was weird. It just, I don't know. It didn't have that same vibe to it. Like,
see, the liquor store cashier is Ella Stiller.
Yeah.
It's going to be Ben's daughter, I would have to imagine. Guy Fieri, didn't expect that.
Right. Yeah, that one was probably one of the bigger shocker ones.
Kid Cudi is the FBI agent.
Yeah. Comes at the end. Yeah.
What else we got here? I think we're pretty much down to the end of the names we're going to recognize. But 7 million people were in this movie. And, I don't know, all in all, I liked it.
Sean Evans from the Hot Ones?
Right, yeah, that was... Yeah, there were a lot of things that it wasn't just like people cameos, but like show cameos. Like a Jeopardy cameo, a Hot Ones cameo.
Yeah.
Had to cost some money to license those things, I would think. You know?
Yeah. Well, they're in there like maybe like 20, 30 seconds maybe.
Doesn't matter, man.
Right, yeah. So you figure like, well, okay, yeah, it's not the Super Bowl, but like, like a 20, 30 second cameo in a movie is probably going to be like at least like a couple $1 million, like you would imagine. Like,
I'm not even thinking about the cameos themselves. I'm thinking about licensing Hot Ones and licensing Jeopardy. Like they had to pay worldwide.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like so imagine if those were cameos, okay?
Right.
So like a Super Bowl commercial is like $7 million for like 30 seconds.
Right.
So something like that that's 20 seconds has got to be like probably like $3-4 million. I would imagine. Like
rest of cast listed up. So Bob Barker, but not really. That was just
the Graveyard.
Yeah. Carl Weathers, but again, not really.
Graveyard on that one too.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I enjoyed it.
Okay, so if you had to put a scale on it of 1 to 10, what would you put it?
Like 6.5.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was elements that were funny.
Yeah.
And then there was elements where I was like, all right.
Yeah. I'd probably rank it just higher than Coming Back to America or whatever the fuck that was called.
Coming to America.
Yeah. And that was another one of those, sequels 20 years later.
Yeah.
And I just used 20 as a placeholder. I realize it's longer than that, but very very seldom are those late sequels really that good. There was a new Matrix a couple years ago. It was okay.
Right. Yeah.
There was a new Bill and Ted's a couple years ago.
That one,
it was okay.
Yeah.
I didn't love any of them, but I'm not mad. I didn't feel like I wasted my time watching them.
I would say if you probably had to pay money for it, though, you would feel that way.
You might be right. See, there's a new Fast and Furious coming out.
Yeah, it's 11. Yeah, it's the end. It's the end of the saga.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those are movies that should have ended earlier.
I don't know. Actually, you know what? In my opinion, they've got better because of. Now they're like heist movies. Well, no, because of they're heist movies, but also at the same point, though, it's like they're actually like working at for the good.
So,
where originally
my big problem with the Fast and the Furious movies, and I enjoy them. Don't get me wrong, but I especially enjoy the earlier ones. Now, I understand that movies are not real, and that with all movies you need to a little bit suspend disbelief. But the Fast and the Furious movies got to the point where it's like, all right, what? It's like they jumped the Sharknado. Like, not even they jumped the shark. Like, they jumped the Sharknado.
Mm-hmm.
It just was too much.
Yes, well, they had to evolve from street racing, so how do you do that? Get into heist, okay.
I get the heist thing. Again, for me, it was the spaceship.
Yeah, and then it's like, right, but now they got to do every special effect to try to enhance the next one, and so I get that part of it.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there a franchise that you want to see a new sequel, like not even necessarily a sequel, but maybe like a conclusion to, like a movie that you felt like it didn't end right, and you want them to wrap it up? For me, it's National Treasure. Do you like the National Treasure movie?
They had the second one.
They did have the second one, but in the second one, they hinted at a third one, and then it never came. And then they did like a National Treasure show, which was kind of like Dora the Explorer meets National Treasure. It was weird.
It was a Disney show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Disney property,
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I wanted to see a third National Treasure. Now, there is a third Tron coming out in a couple months, and I am excited about that.
No.
You don't like the Tron movies? Did you see the Tron movies?
It's okay.
Yeah.
But I don't need to keep on seeing another version of it. I'm good with I'm good at that one.
I really like the second Tron movie because the graphics were incredible, the music was great, and Olivia Wilde is hot.
But let's see. I don't know. It's hard. I don't remember or recall too many movies that didn't really end. That were pretty much all of them pretty much had an ending to it. I don't remember any of them that were really left in suspense kind of thing. Okay. And the ones that kind of did, they either have tried to redo and it didn't work out too well. But Axel F.
Right.
That one actually turned out pretty good, I thought. Because there was the Wonder World and everything of the third one.
Okay.
Which made
no
complete sense.
I didn't dislike Beverly Hills Cop, but I didn't love it enough to feel the need to watch any further than the first one.
Oh, wow. Okay. No, 2 was awesome. The third one was Wonder World, which is kind of like Disney, like a Disney park.
Right.
Yeah. It didn't really go. It was kind of on its own path and everything like that.
Right.
Which kind of didn't make sense. So this last one kind of wrapped up the first and second one basically to me.
I know you get excited about the Bad Boys movies.
Yes. I love that franchise.
Yeah.
But it's yeah. So
do we need another Happy Gilmore?
I don't know where they could go with it.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, I think this has to be it. The way this ended, how everything was, it's
Did you watch the John Wick movies?
A couple
of them. All right, so there's been 4 John Wick movies so far, and then just last month they released a movie called Ballerina, which takes place in the John Wick universe. And it seems to be like they might be trying to branch off and create more with the universe without John Wick, which I think is kind of a neat idea. I do find the John Wick universe interesting. I've also read that they're talking about doing an animated prequel to John Wick to
really?
show they always talk about all the stuff that he did when he was a killer before, the before days. And a lot of people have said, I'd love to see a prequel about that. And I've read that it's going to be animated. And I think that it's interesting that some franchises have taken to animation as different ways of telling their story when it might not be, because obviously if you do an early version, Keanu Reeves is John Wick. And you can't put someone in that role that's not Keanu Reeves. So you got to find a way to do it. If you're going to do a prequel, because no one's going to believe that 58-year-old Keanu Reeves is 20-something.
Right. And it's how many of these, sequels or series of the Karate Kid are we gonna do?
You know what?
It's like
I was good with the first movie, and everything after that I don't care. A buddy of mine, Howie, loves the Cobra Kai series, and he just always going on about it. Forced me and Craig to watch it basically because he wouldn't shut the hell up. So we're like, fine, we'll watch it. And I didn't care.
well, like that was one of those franchises that was like, okay, you can leave it as it was,
right?
And that was it. Even the one with the girl. I forgot. I can't think of the actress's name right now.
Elizabeth Shue?
No. Hilary Swank.
Oh, okay.
Even that one, where she was like the Karate Kid,
right?
Could have left it at that.
Yeah.
And then, but then there was that whole remake one with
Jackie Chan
and Jaden Smith.
Right.
Okay. You know, I get what they're trying to do to try to put these into the eyes of the younger people and everything like that. But it's just like, why though? It's just like, leave it as it is.
Here's what's probably going to be an unpopular opinion. Back to the Future. They could have stopped after the first one.
Back to the Future 2 wasn't bad though.
It wasn't bad, but Back to the Future 2 required once you did 2, you had to do 3, and I really didn't think 3 was that good.
Honestly though, I don't think you had to do 3.
Yeah, they did, because at the end of Back to the Future 2, they go back to 1885 or whatever.
Right, but which would have been the first one, right?
No, the first one was 1955. So the first movie goes from 1985 to 1955. Then at the end of that, when they go back to 1985, and then Doc says your kids are assholes, so then they go to 2015. And then from 2015, Biff goes back to 1955 to give himself the world record book, the sports almanac.
Oh, yeah.
And then it goes back to 1985, which is all different. And then something goes wrong, and Doc goes back to 1885. And that's how the second one ends, is Doc goes back to 1885.
Right.
So now you got to follow that.
See, I think it could have been just left right there, like, you know, left in suspense, like what happened with Doc, you know.
People aren't very happy when you do that, though.
No.
And understandably so.
Yeah. But, okay. Yeah. But, you know, like, I think some cliffhangers, though, for, like, movies or shows or whatever.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no. I totally agree with that. For example, in 7, what's in the box?
Oh.
You've seen the movie 7, right? Yeah. Or Reservoir Dogs, what's in the briefcase?
Yeah.
You know, there some of that is good.
Right.
Room for conjecture or whatnot, but I don't know.
Yeah, but then, like, some of these go off of, like, you know, popularity. So they're like, okay, we're just going to make the next one.
Well, they think they can print money. And
yeah.
People prove them right, so they're never going to stop doing it.
Right, but they're right, and they get horrible and horrible each time. Yeah,
Agreed.
But like some of the stories, though, like that's a part of it. It doesn't make sense.
Right.
So it's like, okay, so why are we even making this? Like, I knew they made 3 though, but that's why I said they should have stopped at 2 because the story of 3 made absolutely no sense in Back to the Future.
So back to Happy Gilmore. One of the things that I really did like is that the movie explained how we got from there to here and why this movie is necessary.
Yeah. So it had enough flashbacks to remind you,
right,
of to where he was and how he got to where he was. But then it's like okay, like now this explains where he currently is.
Right. Because, you know, going into it, your first question is, why doesn't he have, you know, millions of dollars in the bank? And, well, they explain that. And, you know, his wife's not in the movie, which, as you mentioned, is weird, but they explained it at least. Maybe they just needed him to be a single father. I don't know. Or maybe they needed him to be himself again and he wouldn't be I don't know. But at least I felt like I could see how this movie from, was it 95, 94, something like that, Happy Gilmore, 92?
I have no idea. Like,
anyway,
it might have been like 96, 97 maybe. I don't know. Like, yeah.
I could see how this guy in 30 years could go from this to this. I get that. Coming to America, I felt like they just wanted to make a movie, and they never really, in my opinion, adequately explained how we got here. I felt like they
did.
But they retconned shit. They're like, oh, so you didn't see this, but in the first movie,
right.
This thing had...
Yes, that was the whole, when they did the whole flashback on that flashback didn't make sense at all.
I didn't like that at all.
Because it was a flashback of something that was never in the movie.
Exactly. So for that was honestly one of the biggest things that I didn't like about Coming to America. It was like, it was based on...
And the Wesley Snipes character was horrible.
It was based on a false premise, basically.
Yeah. But yeah, I think though, now there could be a 3 of this,
right?
Because now we've seen him how this ends,
right?
Where he's just walking down the street,
right?
So like now it's kind of like, well, then what really happens to him? So I could see them possibly doing that, but now if they do though, like what angle do they take it? Yeah. That's the only issue, though. It's like,
and if they don't walk that line perfectly, people are going to be mad.
Right, right. And then any success that this has, the third one would automatically kill it,
right?
Because it's going to be like, okay, well now this third one comes out, and now like how do you do this third one? And it's like, okay, great. So then you try to do it, and then it just like completely bombs. Well, okay, so we said 6.5, and
it averages 6.3. So that tracks.
Yeah. But I think it only came out Friday?
Yeah,
I think it was?
Yeah, it just came out a couple days ago.
So
I wanted to check the trivia, see if there was anything. Love IMDb. Cannot watch a movie without IMDb anymore. Looking through this.
And you know what was cool, too, though? The throwback stuff of him hosting SNL, the clip. Like, some, like, fake clips of him hosting SNL. It was, in this one, It was kind of like, okay, like, a little cliche in the aspect.
Were they fake clips? I thought they were actually, like...
well, the last one I don't think was, the whole weekend one, I don't think that one was a real clip.
I don't know.
Dressed as the Weekend, I don't know. Like,
But yeah, I assumed that they were actually clips of times that he has hosted SNL, because he's hosted SNL a number of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing all that thrilling in the trivia. Nothing that shocked me.
No, and then the whole...
The trivia will grow. Because the movie just came out, people will add to the trivia on IMDb.
Yeah, and then the whole... guy who created the Max and everything like that, the Maxi, and how his breath was like that part was hilarious.
But the whole like how Maxi got created and it was just that was information I didn't need.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I got what they were trying to do. They were trying to do that play off of like with the live golf and everything like that. Yeah. But like
I don't know. All right, man. Let's call it a show.
All right.
I got some work done.
All right. Oh, whose question is it this week?
I already asked you.
Oh, was it your question?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I couldn't think of anything. A cliffhanger was.
Yeah. All good. We'll come back next week and do this again, hopefully. Well, see, here's the thing. I can't even say hopefully I'm not so busy because, like, having a lot of work to do is not necessarily a problem.
We got to do it next Sunday. We got to do it Sunday.
We do?
Yeah.
All right. All right, you tell me why.
Because our schedules do not line up anymore going forward.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. You got that new job where...
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So between your new job and my new job and my extra work, yeah. Maybe we'll just cancel the podcast. Nobody listens anyway.
So I guess, wait, are we stopping at 13? 13 is a bad luck.
13's a great number.
I don't know. I don't know.
Folks, we'll probably be back next week. All right. Love you. Bye.